Before we jump into today's episode, I am so excited to be able to tell you that my debut book, Optimal You, Supercharge Your Energy, Strengthen Your Immunity, is now published. Optimal You is a groundbreaking guide uncovering the 8 pillars of health for supercharged energy and strengthened immunity to optimize your health and extend your health span. Delve into evidence-based strategies to optimize nutrition, balance your lifestyle, reduce toxin exposure, and address root causes of health imbalances. It includes a 14-step anti-inflammatory nutrition blueprint to supercharge your mitochondria and fortify your immune system. Plus, you get my 4 lifestyle S's: sleep, stress, strength, and social, that form the foundation of optimal well-being. On top of all that, when you buy the book, you get access to a special area on the website that gives you all the resources, plus recipes and guides that we talk about within the book. You can empower yourself with practical tools and insights to embark on a transformative journey towards Optimal You. Head over to optimalyoubook.com to get your copy now, or you can get your copy from Amazon worldwide or your local bookstore. When you've got your copy, don't forget to share on social media, tag me in it at good_health, GOODE, and use the hashtag OptimalYouBook. I can't wait to see what you think of the book, and I really hope that it brings you lots of health and wellness. Now let's head to today's episode.
Welcome to the Good Health Podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Good, a certified functional medicine practitioner, registered nutritionist, and author. In this podcast, we delve into the world of energy and immune health and wellness with positivity, from optimal health and energy to stress and burnout, right through to immune conditions such as thyroid and autoimmune disease. We deep dive into functional medicine, nutritional medicine, and lifestyle medicine, as well as the personal stories of our amazing guests, from Olympians to famous faces and guest experts from all different parts of the health and wellness world. It's time to stop letting your health hold you back and become the optimal version of you. Don't forget to come and join the conversation on Instagram at good_health, that's GOODE, or visit the website nicolegoodhealth.com to find out more.
What if I told you that small daily changes could add years to your life without sacrificing the joy of living? Today, we're diving into the science of longevity, and I'll be sharing practical tips you can start using right away. Welcome to the Good Health Podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Good, a certified functional medicine practitioner and registered nutritional therapist, founder of the Good Health Clinic, and author of the book, Optimal You, Supercharge Your Energy, Strengthen Your Immunity. Here on the Good Health Podcast, we explore the science and strategies behind living a healthier, more vibrant life. Whether you're navigating stress, fatigue, or burnout, you've reached the point of having a chronic illness or autoimmune disease, or you're looking to optimize your health for longevity, you're in the right place. Each episode is designed to bring you actionable insights and practical tips rooted in evidence-based functional medicine, alongside stories and advice to help you live with more energy, balance, clarity, and purpose. If you enjoy the podcast, be sure to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode, and leave a review or share it with someone who might benefit. It really helps us to reach more people on their health journey. Thanks for tuning in, and let's dive straight into today's topic. Today's episode is one I'm really excited about because we're diving into a topic that's both deeply fascinating and incredibly practical, and that's longevity. Specifically, we'll explore the science-backed strategies for living not just longer, but healthier, more vibrant lives. We'll look at the habits of the world's longest living populations, what they do differently, and most importantly, how you can adapt those practices to your own busy life. Because let's face it, we can't all just go and live on an island somewhere. Health changes need to fit into our daily lives if we're going to stick to them. I'll also share insights into the latest longevity research, touching on the lifestyle shifts that make the biggest impact, from nutrition and stress management to movement and mindset. If you've read my book, Optimal You, Supercharge Your Energy, Strengthen Your Immunity, you'll already know that much of what we talk about here, energy, immune resilience, stress, sleep, nutrition, and social connection, all tie directly into longevity. This episode is all about integrating science with actionable advice, so you'll leave with practical steps that you can take today to support a longer, healthier life. Whether your goal is to feel more energized, reduce your risk of chronic illness, or simply show up as your best self for years to come, this episode will give you the tools to start. So why does longevity matter? When we talk about longevity, it's easy to think only about lifespan, how many years we get to live. But there's another and perhaps even more important concept, and that's health span. The number of years we stay healthy, vibrant, and able to do the things we love. Here's an eye-opening statistic. The average person spends the last 16 years of their life battling with chronic illness. 16 years. That's a long time to feel unwell, especially when we know that many of the conditions contributing to this can be prevented or managed with the right nutrition and lifestyle strategies. This is why I focus so much on health span in my work and in my book. In fact, let's read a passage from the book on lifespan versus health span. Health span and lifespan are two interconnected but distinct concepts. Lifespan refers to the total number of years an individual is alive, while health span focuses on the years of life spent in good health and without the burden of chronic diseases. Striking a balance between the two is essential for achieving optimal well-being. The importance of health span. Quality over quantity. Health span encourages a shift in perspective, from merely adding years to your life to adding life to your years. While extending lifespan is a commendable goal, it becomes more meaningful when those additional years are characterized by vibrant health, mental clarity, and physical agility. Embracing health span as a priority ensures that the focus is on enhancing the overall quality of life, reducing the burden of chronic diseases. Chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune disease, and neurodegenerative conditions can significantly impact both lifespan and health span. Functional medicine delves into health span with the aim of helping you live well for longer by getting to the root cause. By preventing and managing chronic diseases, individuals can enjoy a longer and healthier life. Holistic wellness. Health span considers the interconnectedness of various aspects of health, physical, mental, and emotional. Functional medicine emphasizes the importance of a holistic approach, addressing not only symptoms but also lifestyle factors, nutrition, and stress management. This comprehensive strategy contributes to overall well-being, promoting health span by supporting the body's natural healing mechanisms. Personalized care. Each individual is unique, with different genetic makeup, environmental exposures, and lifestyle choices. Functional medicine tailors healthcare to the individual, recognizing that what works for one person may not work for another. This personalized approach ensures that interventions are targeted and effective, enhancing health span by addressing specific needs and vulnerabilities. And finally, proactive health management. Unlike traditional medicine, which often focuses on reactive measures to treat illnesses, functional medicine takes a proactive stance. By identifying risk factors early, optimizing nutrition, and implementing lifestyle changes, individuals can actively manage their health and prevent the onset of chronic conditions. This proactive approach contributes to a life where you live healthier for longer, your health span. In the book, I wanted to get really clear on what our goals were, on why you are making changes to your life, because when you understand why, you are much more likely to actually make the change. You see, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to increase the years we feel energetic, engaged, and fulfilled. Whether it's having the stamina to play with your kids or grandkids, pursue hobbies and adventures that you're passionate about, or simply wake up each day feeling strong and capable, this is what health span is all about. By focusing on the right strategies, we can bridge the gap between living longer and living well. And that's what we're here to explore today. Let's start by looking at longevity science. When it comes to longevity, the science is fascinating. Over the years, researchers have studied what helps people not only to live longer, but to thrive into their later years. These studies span across cultures, age groups, and lifestyles, uncovering key habits that contribute to a longer and healthier life. The pillars of longevity often overlap with what many of us already know to be good for our health. But what's striking is how these small, consistent habits work together. For example, nutrition plays a massive role. Diets rich in whole, unprocessed foods, colourful fruit and veg, and healthy fats have consistently been linked to better health and longevity. These foods are packed with nutrients that support cellular repair, reduce inflammation, and boost energy production. Strength and movement is another of the cornerstones. We're not just talking about gym workouts, though. Those can be great, but it's also about staying active throughout the day. Walking, gardening, stretching, in fact, living on a hill, all of these things have been found to help to support health and longevity. This kind of natural, regular movement supports your heart, your muscles, and your brain over time. Stress management has also been found to be equally critical. Chronic stress takes a toll on your body, contributing to inflammation and even shortening the protective caps on the ends of our DNA called telomeres, which are closely tied to aging. Finding ways to manage stress, whether that's through mindfulness, deep breathing, or spending time in nature, can make a profound difference. And then, of course, there's sleep. Sleep is when your body is repairing itself, and it's essential for brain health, hormone balance, and overall recovery. Prioritizing consistent quality sleep is one of the simplest yet most impactful things you can do for your health and longevity. But beyond the physical factors, we can't ignore the emotional and social dimensions of health. Studies repeatedly show that the power of joy, purpose, and social connection in promoting a long and fulfilling life can't be overlooked. Whether it's finding meaning in your work, spending quality time with loved ones, or being part of a community, These elements are as vital as any nutrient or exercise routine. What's inspiring is that these strategies aren't about perfection or drastic overhauls. They're about integrating small, meaningful habits into your daily life. Later in the episode, we'll dig deeper into each of these areas and explore how you can make them practical no matter how busy you are. But first of all, let's look at some of the core strategies. When we talk about living longer and healthier lives, it's important to focus on the strategies that science shows are the most effective. So let's break this down into the 5 key areas: nutrition, and then strength, stress management, sleep, and social connection, what I call in the book my 4 lifestyle S's, each of which play a vital role in supporting your health and extending your health span. So let's start with nutrition. Nutrition is the foundation of longevity, and the evidence is clear. What you eat has a profound impact on how your body ages. And the people who really are making breakthroughs in longevity are not getting IV drips or having really intense procedures done. They're eating well, they're moving, they're managing stress, they're doing these simple things. Diets rich in colourful fruit and veg, legumes, nuts, seeds, and omega-3 rich foods like wild salmon have been consistently linked to longer, healthier lives. These foods are packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that help protect your cells from damage and support overall health. On the other hand, the ultra-pro foods can accelerate aging by promoting inflammation and disrupt blood sugar balance. So think of every bite as either contributing to health or taking away from it. A practical tip to help you on your way: start small. Add 1 longevity-enhancing food to your meals this week. Maybe it's a handful of walnuts as a snack, or a side of sautéed spinach with dinner, or wild salmon for lunch. Each choice makes a difference over time. So what about strength? Movement isn't just about hitting the gym, it's about staying active through the day. Daily low-intensity movement, like walking or gardening, supports your cardiovascular system, improves mobility, and reduces inflammation. Strength training, even just twice a week, is equally important because it helps maintain muscle mass and bone density as you age. One of the keys to longevity is consistency. Even short bursts of movement have proven positive if done regularly. So a practical tip to take away: incorporate some strength exercises into your week. If you're new to it, start simple. Just use some body weight to do squats, use some resistant bands, or use light weights. Aim for 2 sessions a week to build and maintain that muscle. And try to keep moving through the day. Small things like parking further away from the door, taking the stairs instead of the lift, all really help to keep that movement up throughout your day. So what about stress? Chronic stress is one of the biggest disruptors to longevity. Over time, it can lead to inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and even shrinkage of those protective caps on your DNA, the telomeres. These telomeres are essential for healthy aging, and stress can really speed up their shortening. Finding ways to manage stress is essential. Having techniques in your life like yoga or meditation, or simply taking a walk in nature, can lower those cortisol levels and help your body to recover. So this week, experiment with a stress relief practice. Try deep breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. And repeat. Or schedule 15 minutes to sit outside, take in your surroundings, and let your mind rest. Start small and build on these stress management techniques. Then we have sleep. So sleep isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable when it comes to longevity. During sleep, your body is repairing cells, it's regulating hormones, it's clearing out toxins from your brain. And poor sleep is linked to chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and dementia. Creating a consistent evening routine is one of the best ways to support sleep quality. This might mean dimming the lights, powering down your devices earlier, or doing something calming like reading or stretching before bed. So this week, think about setting a bedtime alarm to remind yourself when to start winding down, not when to go to bed. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night, and spend an hour pre that doing some of these relaxation techniques. Small changes like avoiding screens an hour before bed can make a huge difference. And then what about the social connection? And this includes that purpose and joy that we talked about. This one is very often overlooked, but it's a vital component of longevity. Feeling connected to others and having a sense of purpose and experiencing joy can all positively impact your health. Research shows that strong social bonds can reduce stress, improve immunity, and even lower the risk of chronic diseases. Purpose is equally powerful. When you feel that your life has meaning, whether through your work, your relationships, or giving back, it fuels resilience and mental clarity. Joyful moments like spending time with loved ones or engaging in hobbies act as a health multiplier, enhancing both your mental and physical well-being. So this week, prioritize connection. Call a friend, plan a meal with family, or join a community group that aligns with your interests. And don't forget to do something that brings you joy, whether it's painting, dancing, or simply taking time to laugh. Each of these strategies, nutrition, strength, stress, sleep, and social connection, all work together to support a long and vibrant life. The beauty of these habits is that they are so accessible and actionable and adaptable to suit your lifestyle. Later in this episode, we'll explore how you can implement these in a practical way into your daily life. But first of all, let's have a look at some of the alternative health strategies to support longevity. Beyond the foundational habits of nutrition, movement, stress management, there's a growing interest in alternative therapies that can support longevity. And these strategies are backed by emerging science and can offer powerful benefits for cellular repair, energy production, and overall health. So let's explore a few of these tools and how you can incorporate them into your routine. Let's start with red light therapy. Red light therapy has been gaining attention for its ability to enhance cellular repair and energy production. The light penetrates the skin, stimulating your mitochondria, the energy factories of your cells. And this means that those mitochondria work more efficiently. This can help to reduce inflammation, improve skin health, and even enhance muscle recovery. While the technology may seem futuristic, it's becoming increasingly accessible, with home devices or treatments available at specialized clinics, which are popping up all over the place. I've personally seen patients benefit from short, consistent sessions, particularly when managing fatigue or slow recovery after illness. Another area that is fascinating in the longevity research is intermittent fasting. So by cycling between periods of eating and fasting, your body can shift into repair mode, improve metabolic health, and reduce inflammation. This idea isn't about extreme deprivation. It's about giving your body a break from constant digestion. So for many people, that means starting with a simple 12-hour fast. So for example, finishing dinner at 7 p.m. and eating breakfast after 7 a.m. And that can be a really manageable way to dip your toes into fasting. Over time, you might explore longer fasting windows. So you can extend this so you bring your dinner forwards to not after 6 p.m. and your breakfast could become 10 a.m. So you're extending that overnight fasting window. As always, listen to your body and adjust based on how you feel. And if you have any health conditions, always check with your practitioner whether intermittent fasting is right for you. Another of these alternative therapies that's coming through is cold exposure and saunas. So cold exposure and saunas are both really powerful strategies for building resilience and supporting detoxification. Cold exposure, like a brief cold shower or an ice bath, stimulates your body's stress response, boosting circulation and resilience over time. On the flip side, saunas provide a controlled heat stress that helps your body to sweat out toxins, improve circulation, and promote cardiovascular health. There's also evidence that regular sauna can help to lower the risk of chronic diseases and even support mental well-being. These therapies can feel a bit intimidating at first, but the key is to start small. For example, you could just start ending your regular shower with 30 seconds of cold water, or enjoy a weekly sauna session if you have access to one. If you're curious about these alternative therapies, start small and build up gradually. Try adding one new strategy in this week. Maybe you can find somewhere that does red light therapy and just do a short session. Or you could get a home device or a simple 12-hour overnight fasting window, or just ending your shower with that burst of cold water. See how your body responds and adjust as you need. What's exciting about these alternative therapies is how they align with your body's natural ability to heal and adapt. And while they may not be essential for everyone, they can be valuable tools to enhance your longevity journey. In my clinical practice, I found that integrating these steps thoughtfully, not as quick fixes, but as part of a comprehensive approach, can truly help to elevate those health outcomes. So when it comes to creating a life of longevity and vitality, it's essential to build on a strong foundation of health. And in my book, Optimal You, I dive deeply into the 8 pillars of health that form the core of my approach to functional medicine. These pillars are interconnected systems that influence not only your day-to-day well-being, but also how you age and thrive over the years. So let's explore the science behind how some of these pillars impact longevity and overall wellness. Let's start with the adrenals. So the adrenal glands might be small, but their impact on your overall health and longevity is profound. These 2 triangular glands sit on top of your kidneys and are essential players in your body's response to stress, energy regulation, and hormonal balance. In my book, I dedicate significant attention to stress and adrenal health, recognizing their vital role in long-term well-being. But let's have a look at the science behind how adrenal health connects to longevity and how keeping these glands balanced can set the stage for a more energetic and vibrant life. The adrenal glands are the body's stress regulators. So they're releasing hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline in response to challenges. And in short bursts, these hormones are beneficial. They help us to respond to danger, they sharpen focus, and they increase physical energy. However, chronic stress leads to a continuous demand on the adrenals, resulting in elevated cortisol levels that can have long-term negative effects on your health. Prolonged cortisol elevation is associated with systemic inflammation, disrupted sleep patterns, impaired immune function, and even cognitive decline. Over time, the constant strain on the adrenals to lead what's commonly referred to as adrenal fatigue, although this term is more accurately described as hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis dysfunction, or HPA axis dysfunction. Healthy adrenal glands are key to maintaining balanced energy through the day, so cortisol follows a very natural rhythm, and it peaks in the morning to wake you up, and it gradually declines over the day to help you get to sleep. This cycle supports alertness, focus, and the ability to rest deeply at night. When that adrenal rhythm is disrupted, you might feel tired but wired, so you might be exhausted during the day, but then unable to sleep at night. And over time, this dysregulation can impact mitochondrial function, reduce your resilience to stress, and accelerate the aging process. Chronic stress and poor adrenal health are closely linked to accelerated aging and the development of chronic diseases. Elevated cortisol levels contribute to oxidative stress, which damages the cells and accelerates that telomere shortening. Adrenal dysfunction can also disrupt thyroid function, metabolism, and cardiovascular health and create this cascade of issues that undermine longevity. On the flip side, supporting adrenal health through stress management and lifestyle changes can really help to regulate that cortisol levels, reduce inflammation, and restore balance to your body's systems. Building resilience to stress is one of the most effective ways to protect your adrenal health and, by extension, your longevity. So studies have shown that practices like mindfulness, meditation, yoga, and regular physical activity can help to reduce those cortisol levels and improve the body's stress response. Sleep too plays a critical role, as poor quality sleep can drive that cortisol dysregulation and further strain the adrenals. So when we're considering longevity, it's not just about living longer, but living better, feeling more energetic, focused, and capable. The adrenal glands have to be central to this, as they influence multiple systems. By nurturing the adrenal health, you're creating that ripple effect that supports your overall vitality. So what about the mitochondria? When we talk about longevity, one of the most important and often overlooked factors is mitochondrial health. The mitochondria are these tiny powerhouse organelles that are the engines of your cells. They're responsible for producing the energy that fuels everything that your body does. From your heartbeat to your ability to think, to moving, to healing, everything needs energy from your mitochondria. Again, the mitochondria in my book are one of the 8 foundational pillars of health, and for good reason. So let's have a look at some of the science of how mitochondrial health impacts longevity. The mitochondria are these power plants of the cell because they generate adenosine triphosphate, ATP, which is the molecule your body uses for energy. Every time you breathe, eat, move, your mitochondria are working behind the scenes to convert nutrients and oxygen into energy. But their role goes far beyond just this energy production. Mitochondria also regulate cellular signaling, controlled cell death, which is a process called apoptosis, and help protect against oxidative stress, all of which are critical to maintaining healthy tissues and organs over time. As we age, our mitochondria naturally become less efficient, and this decline is exacerbated by chronic stress, poor nutrition, environmental toxins, and sedentary lifestyles. When mitochondria are damaged, they produce less energy and generate more free radicals, which are the unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress and damage the cells. Research has shown that mitochondrial dysfunction is a hallmark of aging and a key contributor to chronic diseases. In essence, when your mitochondria aren't functioning optimally, your body systems begin to wear down faster. Healthy mitochondria are essential for extending both lifespan and health span. So by supporting mitochondrial health, you're enhancing your body's ability to repair itself, to combat inflammation, and to maintain cellular energy, all of which are critical for longevity. Studies on centenarians, who are individuals who have lived to 100 years or more, often show that they have more efficient mitochondria and lower levels of oxidative stress compared to the average population. And this suggests that maintaining that mitochondrial function is one of the keys to living a longer and healthier life. So how do we support mitochondrial health? We can do certain nutrition things. So your mitochondria rely on specific nutrients to function properly. These include antioxidants like CoQ10, which protect the mitochondria from oxidative damage, and omega-3 fatty acids, which help maintain the integrity of the mitochondrial membranes. Nutrient-rich foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and fatty fish are also excellent choices. Then we have movement. So exercise is one of the most powerful ways to support your mitochondrial health. Both aerobic activity and strength training stimulate the production of new mitochondria in your cells. This is a process known as mitochondrial biogenesis. Also reducing the oxidative stress. So chronic inflammation and oxidative stress are major threats to mitochondrial health. So limiting exposure to environmental toxins, managing stress, and eating that antioxidant-rich diet are going to help to counteract those effects. Also energy balance. So practices like the intermittent fasting that we talked about or time-restricted eating can enhance mitochondrial efficiency by promoting a process called autophagy, where your body is clearing out damaged mitochondria and replacing them with new ones. Also, the red light therapy that we talked about. So emerging research is suggesting that red light therapy may help to stimulate mitochondrial function, promoting energy production and cellular repair. When your mitochondria are functioning well, your cells have the energy they need to perform optimally. This translates into better physical performance, sharper cognitive function, faster recovery from stress, and a greater overall sense of vitality. Simply put, your mitochondria set the pace for how your body ages. So what about your immune health and longevity? If we want to live not just longer but healthier, immune resilience is non-negotiable. A robust immune system acts as our first line of defense against infections, chronic inflammation, and age-related diseases. But as we age, our immune function naturally declines. This is a process known as immunosenescence. And this gradual deterioration of immune cells makes us more susceptible to infections, autoimmune conditions, and even cancer. At the same time, chronic low-grade inflammation, often referred to as inflammaging, accelerates the aging process at a cellular level. So how do we keep our immune system strong and adaptive throughout our lifespan? One of the biggest factors influencing immune longevity is chronic inflammation. Unlike acute inflammation, which is necessary and beneficial as a response to injury or infection, chronic inflammation is persistent and damaging. It's linked to nearly every age-related disease there is, from cardiovascular disease to neurodegeneration, metabolic disorders, and even cancer. Research shows that individuals with lower levels of inflammatory markers, such as C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6, tend to live longer and maintain better health in later years. So reducing unnecessary inflammation is key to increasing both lifespan and health span. The immune system is also highly dependent on nutrient status. Micronutrients such as vitamin D, zinc, selenium, and omega-3 fatty acids play essential roles in modulating immune function. For example, vitamin D regulates the activity of T cells and macrophages, which are crucial for detecting and destroying harmful invaders. Zinc is necessary for the development and function of immune cells, and deficiencies have been linked to impaired immune response and increased risk of infection in older adults. Omega-3 fatty acids found in those fatty fish and flax seeds help to reduce systemic inflammation and support immune cell communication. Optimizing these nutrients through diet or supplementation can significantly enhance immune resilience as we age. Another critical aspect of immune health and longevity is the gut microbiome, and the gut is another one of those pillars in my book, Optimal You. Around 70% of our immune system resides in the gut, and the trillions of bacteria in our microbiome play a key role in training and regulating our immune responses. A diverse and balanced microbiome helps maintain a strong barrier against pathogens while preventing unnecessary immune overactivation, which can lead to autoimmune conditions. Studies show that individuals with greater microbial diversity tend to have lower inflammation and better health outcomes as they age. Eating a diet rich in prebiotic fibers from foods like garlic, onions, and asparagus, and fermented foods like kimchi and kefir support gut diversity and, in turn, your immune function. Beyond diet, lifestyle factors like sleep and stress management are crucial for immune longevity. Chronic stress raises those cortisol levels, which in turn suppress immune function, making the body more vulnerable to infections and diseases. Similarly, poor sleep weakens immune defenses by reducing the production of immune-regulating cytokines. Research shows that individuals who get less than 6 hours sleep per night are significantly more susceptible to colds, flus, and other infections. Prioritizing high sleep quality, stress management techniques such as mindfulness, deep breathing, and time in nature can all enhance that immune resilience and promote that longevity. Finally, a fascinating area of research in immune longevity is autophagy. This is the body's process of clearing out damaged cells and regenerating new ones. As we age, autophagy declines, leading to a buildup of dysfunctional immune cells that contribute to chronic inflammation and disease. Intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating have been shown to enhance autophagy, supporting that immune function and reducing inflammation. Even that simple 12-hour overnight fast can have benefits for immune regulation and cellular repair. Ultimately, maintaining a strong and balanced immune system is one of the most powerful ways to support longevity. By focusing on reducing chronic inflammation, optimizing nutrient intake, supporting gut health, managing stress, and prioritizing sleep, we can keep our immune defenses strong well into old age. Finally, let's look at one more pillar, and that's brain health. So brain health, cognitive function, and longevity are so interlinked. When we think about longevity, we often focus on physical health, maintaining strong muscles, a resilient immune system, a healthy heart. But what about brain health? Living a long life means little if cognitive function is beginning to decline, leading to memory loss, neurodegenerative diseases, and a reduced quality of life. Preserving that brain health is not just about avoiding conditions like dementia. It's about sustaining mental clarity, sharp decision-making, and productivity throughout life. It's the ability to think critically, focus, and process information efficiently as a crucial part of both professional success and also overall well-being. As we age, the brain undergoes several changes that can impact cognitive function. One of the key factors in cognitive aging is neurodegeneration, the gradual loss of neurons and their connections. The brain's plasticity, the ability to form new neural connections, declines as we get older, making it harder to learn new information and adapt to challenges. At the same time, neuroinflammation, or chronic inflammation in the brain, accelerates this process and contributes to conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Research shows that one of the biggest predictors of healthy cognitive aging is a brain that remains adaptive and resilient, with strong neural pathways that continue to function efficiently as we get older. One of the most significant influences on brain longevity is mitochondrial function. So again, you can see how all these pillars are interlinked. The brain is one of the most energy-demanding organs in the body, consuming around 20% of the total energy production. This means that mitochondrial efficiency directly impacts our cognitive performance. As mitochondria become less efficient with age, brain cells struggle to produce enough ATP, that's cellular energy, leading to fatigue, brain fog, and cognitive decline. Strategies to support mitochondrial function, such as the nutrient-dense diet, the targeted supplementation, the intermittent fasting, can all help to maintain brain energy and slow down that cognitive aging. Another crucial factor in brain health and longevity is cerebrovascular health, and this is the health of the blood vessels supplying the brain. So reduced blood flow to the brain is a major contributor to cognitive decline. It increases the risk of things like strokes, vascular dementia, and impaired executive function. Maintaining healthy blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and insulin sensitivity, and this is where we're seeing that cardiometabolic health picture start to tie in, is really key to keeping these blood vessels flexible and efficient. Exercise plays a vital role in this process. Studies have shown that aerobic exercises enhance brain-derived neurotrophic factor, so BDNF, and this is a protein that supports neuroplasticity and helps to protect against age-related cognitive decline. Even simple activities like brisk walking, cycling, or dancing a few times a week can significantly improve brain circulation and function. Chronic stress, again, is another major threat to brain longevity. High levels of cortisol can shrink the hippocampus, which is the brain region responsible for memory and learning. Long-term stress is linked to faster cognitive aging and an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases. This is why stress management isn't just about feeling better, it's about protecting the brain at a cellular level. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing, nature exposure, and social connection all help to regulate the body's stress response and support that longer-term cognitive function. When it comes to nutrition, certain nutrients play a particularly important role in preserving brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, are responsible for maintaining the structure and function of brain cells. DHA makes up a significant portion of neuronal membranes and is critical for communication between brain cells. Research has consistently shown that higher omega-3 intake is associated with lower rates of cognitive decline. Similarly, polyphenols found in berries, dark chocolate, and green tea have been shown to reduce oxidative stress in the brain and support memory and learning. Avoiding ultra-processed foods, excessive sugar, and trans fats is just as important, as these contribute to neuroinflammation and impaired cognitive function over time. Sleep is another non-negotiable factor for brain longevity. During sleep, the brain undergoes a critical process called glymphatic clearance, where cerebral spinal fluid flushes out toxins, including beta-amyloid proteins that contribute to Alzheimer's. Poor sleep disrupts this process, leading to an accumulation of toxic waste products that accelerate cognitive aging. Prioritizing that deep restorative sleep through sleep hygiene practices, circadian rhythm alignment, and stress reduction can significantly impact long-term brain health. Finally, one of the most overlooked aspects of brain longevity is mental stimulation and lifelong learning. The concept of cognitive reserves suggests that the more mentally active we are throughout life, the more resilient our brains become to aging. Engaging in intellectually challenging activities, learning a new skill, reading, playing a musical instrument, or even engaging in complex problem solving can help build and maintain those neural pathways, keeping the brain sharp well into old age. Social connection also plays a huge role. Loneliness and isolation have been linked to faster cognitive decline, while regular social interaction stimulates the brain and protects against neurodegeneration. In the end, supporting brain health is about creating an environment where neurons can thrive through that balanced nutrition, optimal blood flow, stress resilience, restorative sleep, and lifelong learning. By taking those proactive steps to maintain cognitive function, we're not only extending our lifespan, but ensuring that those extra years are filled with clarity, energy, and engagement. Here we've looked at how 4 of those 8 pillars impact longevity from my book, Optimal You. In the book, we look at all 8 with science-backed protocols to help you improve each pillar to optimize your health. Focusing on all the pillars at once can sometimes feel overwhelming, so start small. Choose one pillar each week and commit to making manageable changes. For example, one week you might add in an extra serving of colourful veg for immune and gut health. The next, you might focus on getting 7 to 9 hours sleep every night to support that brain and mitochondrial health. Track your progress and celebrate your wins. It's all about building momentum. A great place to start is to take my free health assessment, which gives you a personalised score for each of the pillars. Remember, each score will be impacted by any other pillar that can also affect it. But this will give you a true picture of where you need to focus your energy on improving your health. And of course, grab a copy of my book if you want to work through the whole plan. Before we finish and look at the actionable steps for a longer and healthier life, let's just have a look at that role of purpose and joy in longevity, because this really is one of the most overlooked yet powerful drivers of longevity. Research has shown consistently that people who have a strong sense of purpose, whether it's through meaningful work, caregiving, personal growth, or contributing to their community, tend to live longer, healthier lives. Purpose gives us a reason to wake up in the morning. It's something that keeps us engaged and motivated, even in the face of challenges. In fact, a study published found that people with a high sense of life purpose had a significantly lower risk of mortality and chronic disease. But purpose alone isn't enough. We also need joy. Joy isn't just about fleeting happiness. It's about finding deep, sustained fulfillment in everyday life. Studies on happiness and well-being reveal that people who regularly experience joy, laughter, and play have lower levels of inflammation, improved immune function, and even better heart health. This is because those positive emotions help to regulate the stress hormones like cortisol and support the production of feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Another key component of joy is that social connection. Loneliness and isolation have been linked to shorter lifespans and increased risk of cognitive decline, heart disease, and depression. In contrast, having those strong social bonds act as a buffer against stress, reduce inflammation, and even enhance the production of oxytocin, the bonding hormone that promotes feelings of trust and well-being. Whether it's maintaining close relationships, close friendships, nurturing family, or engaging in a supportive community, social connection is a fundamental part of a long and healthy life. So as you think about longevity, don't just focus on diet and exercise. Prioritize what brings you joy and invest in relationships that uplift you. Take time this week to do something that makes you truly happy, whether that's catching up with a friend, engaging in a creative hobby, or simply laughing more. It's just as important as any workout or supplement in your longevity toolkit. Now that we've deep dived into the science of longevity, let's break it down into some simple practical steps that you could start implementing right away. Remember, longevity isn't about making drastic changes overnight. It's about building small, sustainable habits that accumulate over time. So here's some suggestions that you could implement this week. 1, stay active daily. Movement is key for longevity. Doesn't have to be complicated. Aim to increase your steps, incorporate a mix of aerobic exercise, add some strength training or flexibility work. If structured workouts aren't your thing, try walking, gardening, or dancing, anything that gets your body moving. And remember, it can be simple things like parking further away from the door or using the stairs instead of the lift. 2, eat a colourful, nutrient-dense diet. So prioritise those whole foods, especially colourful fruits and veg, healthy fats and high-quality protein. A simple rule, aim for at least 5 different colours on your plate at every meal. This ensures that you're getting a variety of those antioxidants and phytonutrients to support that cellular health. 3, have a look at doing some mindfulness or stress reduction. Chronic stress, as we've seen, accelerates that aging, so building that daily stress management practice is essential. Try just 5 minutes of deep breathing, try some meditation, download a mindfulness app, or try some gratitude journaling, and start your day in a grounded state. Number 4, reduce your toxic load. Environmental toxins contribute to that inflammation and oxidative stress. So start by switching some of your household cleaners to non-toxic versions. Look at some non-toxic cosmetics and cookware and lower your exposure to those harmful chemicals. Number 5, think about hydration for cellular health. Every function in your body relies on hydration. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to support detoxification, digestion, and mitochondrial function. A good guideline is around 2 litres a day. You might need more if you're more active. Number 6, build sustainable habits. So focus on small, consistent changes leading to lasting results. Start by focusing on just 1 or 2 key goals and layer in new habits over time. Pick just a couple of things that you could do this week. Remember, longevity is a marathon, not a sprint. And tip number 7, reflect and celebrate your progress. So once a week, take a moment to check in with yourself. What's working? Where could you improve? Celebrate the wins, no matter how small. They will all add up to big changes over time. By integrating these simple steps, you're not just extending your lifespan, you're enhancing your health span, ensuring that the years ahead are filled with energy, vitality, and purpose. Remember, longevity isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Jump into the show notes below and get free access to our 4-week longevity challenge. The key is to start small, stay consistent. So as you finish this episode, choose just one tip from today's discussion and put it into action. That might just be downloading that free download in the show notes right now. I'd love to hear about your longevity journey. Tag me on social media and share what you're implementing from this episode. And if you want a deeper dive into everything we've covered today, from mitochondrial health to immune health, my book Optimal You is the perfect resource. You'll find science-backed strategies, practical guidance, and a step-by-step framework to help you build long-term health and resilience. You can grab your copy from the link in the show notes. And if you found this episode valuable, please consider leaving a review or subscribing to the podcast. It helps more people to discover these life-changing strategies. Until next time, remember, small actions taken consistently create a lifetime of wellness.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Good Health Podcast. Do share the episode with anyone you think it may benefit, and help us to spread the word on all things health and wellness by rating, liking, or subscribing to the podcast. If you want more, you can listen to more episodes on your favourite podcast app, or sign up to my newsletter for my favourite tips, tricks, health advice, brands, recipes, and more at nicolegoodhealth.com/newsletter. Have a lovely week. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Good Health Podcast.